So there's a few things in this world that I want to believe in. That was for you, Hayley. I want to believe in ghosts and aliens, and I really want to believe in psychics.
Is that 3 things?
Yeah.
Oh.
I said a few.
Oh, okay.
Do you want me to keep going? Okay.
I thought you said
I
2
want to
things.
believe in tasty gluten-free chips. There's just So psychics. I remember like listening to when you stay up late in the 90s, you get like, call me now for your free consultation. And I was always super tempted to call, but I knew it would go on my parents' phone bill and they wouldn't be happy with me.
Yeah, Miss Cleo during the commercials. Oh man, she had her own kind of drama.
Nick at Night. Did anybody ever call any? Did you guys call those at all?
I never called, but I did. My brother like dabbled in tarot cards for a while and was like trying to get into it. And we did that, but he had no idea what he was doing. So I was like his test subject and I think I was like 12.
It says here you're going to die, sis.
Exactly.
Why does it say that every time?
I don't know if you're good at this. And then at the Renaissance Festival one year, they have like a palm reader.
Yeah.
And I sat down with her and it was, I think the only reason I did it is because I wanted her to tell me that I was going to like marry David Duchovny or something. And that didn't happen. And so I left disappointed.
Aww.
I'm assuming this is before you got married.
Yeah, I mean, I was like in high school. So.
Am I going to divorce my husband?
I did marry a David, just
Aww.
not Duchovny. So it's okay.
Yeah, I think my experience, I have 2 kind of experiences because for some reason, there are a handful of psychics in my life or people that like dabble in it. Bree's friend, Brenda, shout out to Brenda. She's probably listening right now. She's a fan.
She knew you were going to mention her.
She didn't.
Get
well,
it?
now she
Because she's a psychic.
Oh, right.
Get it?
Oh, magic.
Anyway, keep going.
She kind of like read some like tarot cards like through the phone. And then my friend Carla, shout out to Carla from high school. I was on Clubhouse and she gets on this group where these people like give readings. And they literally told me the same thing. They don't even know each other.
Dang.
Yeah. And they were like, just follow your heart, do you,
So very vague things.
Yeah. It's like checking your horoscope where it's like, today you'll meet a person and have a conversation.
Oh
like,
God,
wow.
that's right. I did have that.
I don't know. There's like this whole energy that I was like receiving. I don't know. I believe you.
I believe
it. I mean, yeah, they could be kind of like general things, but I feel like also they're just things I need to hear. Because at the time, I'm just like, I don't believe in myself.
Oh, you needed that affirmation,
yeah.
whether it was from a quote psychic or not.
I mean, these are also my friends, so they're probably just being nice.
The cards here say that you're awesome. That's what the last person said.
Coming in hot from Olympus Games in Mesa, Arizona.
It's the Pop Culture Junkie Podcast.
Hello. Welcome to another beautiful, exciting episode of Pop Culture Junkie Podcast. My name is Shauna, and I am here with 2 other junkies and a special guest today. So, junkies, who are you?
You already know who it is. It's your boy, Alex.
And Hayley, who doesn't have a nearly as cool intro as Alex. Now I feel lame. But it's good to be here.
We need to work on those intros. This is so good.
I'm very basic. You know me. I am.
But it's like the swag. Yeah. If I did that, I'd be like,
we don't have swag.
Hey, it's Shauna. Like, that's not, maybe it's the caucasity. Anyway, we are missing our dear sweet Nicole this week, but she will be back. And in her place this week, we are joined by Preston Statzer. He is the owner of Olympus Games here in Mesa, Arizona. They are so kind as to host us every single week here in their wonderful podcast room. The only thing that I know about you, Preston, is that you are a fan of Snorlax.
Yes. So I am a huge fan of Snorlax, but everything kind of pop culture kind of runs through my veins and everything else. But yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for being here. So you said that you have pop culture running through your veins.
Yes.
Perfect for a junkie. Awesome.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That was a good one. Yeah.
I like what you did there. Tell us a little bit about Olympus Games and how you got started and what led you to open a card shop.
Right. I know. Right. So it really started years ago. We were actually running a comic book media company we love comics. We love everything, kind of producing content, curating content on the internet, and bring it into kind of separate vertices. So we got to travel a lot to Comic-Con as pretty much as media, and so really fell in love with just the whole comic book scene and the whole Comic-Con scene, because it's a judgment-free zone if you've never been to Comic-Con.
Right.
And
It
so
totally is.
it's a perfect way to just go people watch and also meet new people, find new things, see what you're into. If you haven't already, a really big advocate of going to Comic-Cons.
Mhm.
And also now anime expos.
Yes.
So, but it kind of transitioned over to us going into, we always wanted to start our own kind of store. And so it was always a dream of mine. And I wanted to push the envelope quite a bit on trying to bring in different things all into one umbrella. And we did that for quite a while, but now we are, as of July 1st, we transitioned over to Olympus Games. We were prior called Vapes and Capes.
Mhm.
It was a vape shop / comic book shop, something a little different that no one has seen. But now we are kind of transitioning. We're moving the vape shop over a few doors down and now turning that into a full anime shop.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that.
So we are just trying to kind of come together as the community. We like promoting within a lot of entrepreneurs and local artists. We like to work with everyone. We like to provide community that other people can't really get to.
Yeah.
So I think bringing everything, some people say you're crazy, you're trying to do too much, but we think we're doing just enough.
Yeah, honestly, when I come in here every week, it's live. There's like people out here
Right.
where there's like it's a big space, I think, and there's like always just like something going on. There's always, this, I don't know, there's like this vibe where there's just like everybody together, whether it's like playing, I don't know what kind of games have been played, but I don't know if you want to.
Yeah, we do almost every card game known to man, it seems like. No, but the core games we do is Pokemon, Digimon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and also we do Flesh and Blood, which is a new game,
Ooh.
which is it's kind of like Magic in a sense. But we like hosting tournaments every night to provide an outlet for people day in, day out. We're open 7 days a week, 12 to 10 and 12 to 12 on Friday
Oh,
nights.
wow. That's
So,
cool.
Yeah, I definitely feel a sense of community here because everybody seems like everybody's best friend.
Right.
It's very nice and very appreciative. I think it's establishing that kind of that connection right away that, hey, welcome. If you're not into something, let us show you other things and kind of we're here for everyone. And if someone has like, hey, have you heard of this? No, we haven't. Let's hear about it. So
What's really cool is like I used to teach high school right across the street actually, and
Mesa High?
yeah, and I have a lot of students who I think maybe when I was in high school didn't have a place like this
Hmm.
where they'd be able to go and feel that sense of inclusion and
you're more of a closet
camaraderie.
nerd.
Yeah, exactly. So I just think it's super cool that, like you mentioned with Comic Cons, that's exactly when I went to Comic Con. It was like I walked in and I was like, oh my gosh, my people.
Whole new world.
Yeah, it was like wow, like I don't have to justify my interests here because
Yeah.
people share the same interests as me. I'm not trying to go around convincing everyone to like the stuff that I like. So it's awesome that there is a home for that here in Mesa.
Yeah, and we appreciate it. And I think also, not to bash other places, but we've all been to other places where it's dark, it's kind of gloomy,
Hmm.
kind of feels like a den, and I'm like that.
There's a stench just kind of underlying over.
That's usually all the
Funyuns.
players. No offense to the players, but yeah, I mean, seems like it is. But we always wanted to have bright, vibrant, kind of crisp, clean, and we kind of go into a little bit of like Trekkie feel because of the blue lights and everything that we have going on, kind of like on the bridge in a sense.
Nice.
So my dad actually helped with that kind of design, and so we have great staff here. I mean, I know you guys have met a few people.
Everybody's always super friendly whenever we
def-
come in. They're like, "Hey, you guys are back again!" Like, we plan on doing it every week.
Every week we'll be here every week. Yep.
And you guys have an event coming up, right? One of the cons that we're talking about, right?
Yes, we are actually going to be hosting our anime cars and not expo. We're calling it con. We did get in trouble this week.
Oh, for saying con?
for seeing Expo. So I got my bucket list check as a business owner. I got my first lawsuit and cease and desist.
That's how you know you made it.
Right.
So we got that from Anime Expo or AX as they go on,
yeah.
which they do huge in Japan and also in LA. So we had changed it to Cars and Anime Con, and we're going to be hosting out at Wild Horse Pass on October 9th. And we have kind of grown a little bit too fast at our store, where we are hosting anime car events outside in our parking lot.
So you mean car, like vroom.
Cars.
Oh,
Vroom.
nice.
Vroom,
Yeah.
vroom.
Now, like geek cars? Like, am I going to see like a DeLorean and a Batmobile there? Or is this like Fast and Furious type vehicles?
It is more like Fast and Furious.
Okay.
It's
Cool,
more
cool.
import. It's a lot of anime wrapped cars and decal wrapped cars. I don't know if you've ever seen anything
I
like
have.
that.
And
Okay.
with a lot of naked people on them. Usually.
There's a lot of, yes. Yeah,
Hentai car call.
Yeah.
yeah,
a lot of
not
that.
safe for work. Yeah. Yeah. So we've kind of built around the car community as well. And we've hosted now 6 events outside in our parking lot. And we've had great sponsors and great co-sponsors. Little shout out for like Street Senpais. That's a car club out here, Karmakaze. And then also our now partner for this event, Gearhead Society out in LA.
You know, I've actually walked out to the parking lot, walking into a car that I thought was my car. And I drive a 2-door coupe FRS. And so there's like all these, there's like 3 other of
So many.
Yeah, there's 3 more
So many.
out in the parking lot right now as we speak, actually.
Yeah, there was a blue one out there.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I saw that one.
That's the one I tried to break into.
Had the new license plate tag on it. Yeah. So we're excited. We outgrew it. It was kind of exhilarating and also scary.
Yeah.
On our last event, we had hired 3 off-duty police officers, 8 private security to run this event.
Jeez.
And we needed 15 officers to run the event because we backed up both miles
Oh my gosh.
onto the freeway and everything like that. And so we ended up having close to 3,500 people here.
Wow.
It was
Very
very
cool.
exciting and really cool. So now we're just going to something bigger and trying to bring the community outdoors too.
Get some sunlight every day.
Right. Could be all these vampires. Yeah, I know, right?
Out of the basement and into the light.
Yes.
So yeah, October 9th, we will be hosting it'll be the Cars and Anime Expo. We plan to have Con. Thank you. See, I'm gonna get sued again. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. So
Well,
Awesome.
yeah, we're expecting to have voice actors, and we would love to have you guys out there too.
Hell yeah.
Can we cosplay?
Yeah, like I'm definitely going to cosplay.
Cool.
Cosplayay is encouraged.
Yes. I think
Cars and
my last
anime?
time I got to cosplay, I was Bulma, like in her bunny outfit. So maybe I'll just see if I can squeeze into that again.
The closest thing to anime that I know anything about is like Big Hero 6. So
That'd be
that's
cute.
I'll just
That's
come as
cool.
Go-Go.
Come as Baymax. Just wear
Oh,
the
I totally
inflatable
would.
suit.
Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Come to the con October 9th. Find me dressed as Baymax.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Hayley the Brave, teacher and mom by day, cosplayer and pop culture junkie by, well, also by day. I'm obsessed with all things fandom and I love to talk about it. So join me and some of my friends as we geek out about TV, movies, music, and all the awesome things that make life worth living. Listen to my podcast, 30 Nerdy and Thriving, available now on all major streaming platforms.
So every week we go through something called Pop It and Drop It reviews. So it's something that you've been watching this week. If you liked it, you pop it. If you hated it, you drop it. If you're not quite sure how you felt, you hot potato it.
Okay.
All right. So Hayley, you start.
All right. So I'm a little late to the game on this one, but I watched Crazy Rich Asians for the first time, which is on HBO Max.
For the first time?
Yes,
Yeah,
for the first
that's
time.
what
What
he
took
said.
you so long?
You know, I'll tell you, it just I am kind of turned off by modern like rom-coms because I just feel like they haven't been very good. And I know people talked about it and were like, it was really, really good. But I don't know. I just felt like I would be let down. And I was not, so I'm going to pop it for sure.
Nice.
Everyone was correct. It is very good.
Side note, when was the last good rom-com in your opinion?
Oh my gosh.
I have mine. Do you have one?
Last good rom-com.
The last one I remember seeing in theaters that I was like really into was When in Rome with like Dax Shepard and Kristen Bell, and I think that was like 2008.
Oh my gosh, and now they're together.
Yeah.
The most recent one I watched was 40-Year-Old Version.
Yeah.
Is that considered a rom-com?
You didn't see that for the first time recently, did you?
No, not for the first time.
Come on, man.
It was just, I was
I
listening.
don't know if that's a rom-com.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's like
romantic.
romance.
People
It was
laugh.
funny. Yeah, I forgot how explicit it was. There's a lot of sex jokes in it.
My last rom-com that I saw was a movie called Palm Springs with.
That
That's
is
a
good.
good one.
Yeah, I
love
loved that
I have
movie.
not seen that.
It's
Oh,
got
man, you should.
Andy Samberg and shoot, I wish I remembered her name.
Kristen Milioti.
There you go. Thank
Christina
you.
Milioti, maybe.
Yes, I was going to say the mother.
The mother, yeah.
And it's kind of like a Groundhog's Day, live the same day over and over situation, and they fall in love in the process.
That was good.
It was really
I will
cute.
concur.
I love rom-coms. It's probably a guilty pleasure of mine that
Nice.
they look at me they're like, really? You like rom-coms? Yeah, I do. I think mine was like Valentine's Day with
I
like
haven't
all
watched
the
that.
actors.
Yeah,
I
Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner are both.
Oh yeah, when they were
my
dating
God.
each other,
Yeah.
they're both named
One?
Taylor.
think
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling and
See, I confused that one. I thought, wasn't there like a horror Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Okay.
That is not a
Probably not
rom-com.
romantic.
And then before that, I would say 50 First Dates, honestly.
Oh, I
Oh, that
love
movie's so
50
good,
First
yeah.
Dates.
Yeah, I'm a hardcore like lover of rom-coms. So I'll
you
add Crazy
pop
Rich
it.
Asians to the,
Yeah.
to the
Awesome.
list for sure.
Cool.
And then other than that, also on HBO Max, I started watching the Catch and Kill podcast tapes. These are Ronan Farrow wrote the expose for the New Yorker that like blew open the Harvey Weinstein case.
Yeah.
And then he wrote the book Catch and Kill all about his experience diving into that world and just how difficult it was for his victims like Rose McGowan and his assistants, and it was like over 100 women that came
Right.
out, just how difficult it was for them to speak up against him and how powerful he was. And Ronan, and I refer to him by his first name because I feel like we're friends. He basically shares how like NBC was complicit in not wanting to expose the details of the recordings.
So much
the tapes.
money wrapped up in that
So
they're taking
much.
that more seriously than anything, I'm sure.
Yes. So I had listened to the audiobook that is narrated by him, and it goes into a lot more detail than this series does, especially like the background and kind of how dirty everybody is. But this is really, really good if you want to get all that info, but in kind of a smaller dose. So each episode's like 24 minutes and interviews his victims and also the other journalists that he worked with to help bring the case to
Interesting.
light. And it's super interesting and also just really, really important. And
Yeah.
I'm amazed by the bravery of these women.
I was
So
just thinking
I
that,
really
like,
loved that.
gosh, to go on like a documentary and talk about your experiences like that is just so important.
Yeah, I definitely recommend it. Pop it. And it's not, I shouldn't say it's easy to watch because it's not. It's hard to watch, but it's a quick watch.
Yeah. Easy to get engrossed in.
Yes.
So I watched a couple things this week. I watched the movie Gunpowder Milkshake. I'm definitely going to pop it. I really enjoyed it. It's definitely not anything that's going to shock you. It's super formulaic. You know exactly what's going to happen from one point to the next, but you don't care because it's just so entertaining. Like Karen Gillan plays the main character. And at one point,
She's Nebula.
yes. So she also plays Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy in the MCU. She sounds a lot like Nebula throughout the movie. She's kind of got that like stoic speech. I don't know. But she also reminds me of Ryan Gosling's character in Drive, where she even gets a jacket and wears it, and you watch it get progressively dirtier throughout the film, just like in Drive, one of my favorite movies of all time. But at one point, she's partially paralyzed and has to fight. Like, so she's fighting without using her hands.
Wow.
Oh man.
And it is hilarious. I was cracking up out loud in this scene. So
Was it like the Jumanji fight scenes like she was in?
Oh, I never watched the new Jumanji movies.
They're good.
Are they?
Didn't they make 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
so
in,
the first
she's in
one's
both.
really good. The second one's like,
Yeah.
okay, it's
Yeah.
more of the same.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
So
Yeah,
is
they're
she
worth
like?
watching.
Are her arms like wailing all over the place? or,
Kind
like-
of, yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, it's hilarious, and she still kicks major ass.
That's awesome.
So I'm gonna pop Gunpowder Milkshake. I also watched a very interesting movie with Megan Fox called Till Death. Again, I don't want to spoil too much, but she is. It's one of those films where she's trying to escape some killers in her house, but she is chained or handcuffed to a dead body for the entire film.
Is that the one with Bruce Willis?
No.
Okay.
No, that's Midnight in the Switchgrass or whatever the heck with Machine
Okay.
Gun Kelly, where they like met and fell in love and
What
became
on
twin
earth?
flames, and I hate it already.
I mean, I've heard that Machine Gun Kelly hates it too.
Yeah, he does.
I have no idea what
But
you're
I think
talking
he's
about, but
also
sounds
only
kind of
in it for
intense.
like 2 minutes, and that's
Yeah.
why he hates it.
He doesn't fall in love with Bruce Willis?
I
I thought
no,
that's
I
what you
would
meant. I
watch
was like,
that.
I'm going to watch that. Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
No, he falls in love with
Okay,
Megan.
so Till Death is
So Till Death.
something
Till
else.
Death is good. I really enjoyed it. I'm a big Megan Fox stan. Like, I don't think she gets enough credit. I will say, God, shout out to plastic surgery. It's fine. Do what you want with your face and your body. It's your body. But it was hard for her to emote a little bit, I think. She's so freaking beautiful.
The injections were too fresh.
Yeah, she was a little fresh looking. She's a little taut. Good for her. She's beautiful. But yeah, it was a really interesting concept for a film that I had never seen before. And just like she sells the struggle of carrying dead weight for this entire movie handcuffed to her.
I
She's
like her
used
best
to
in New Girl.
being with Machine
She was,
Gun
oh yeah, she
Kelly.
was a new girl. I always forget she was a new girl.
She was a new girl. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
no.
like that different side of her.
She like ruined New Girl for me.
No.
I had to, but that's just because I shipped Nick and Jess, and so like her arrival meant the end of the ship.
So
Right,
wait, so in New Girl,
exactly.
she didn't have the plastic surgery because I feel like her emotions are just as stoic.
I
or at
think
least,
she's kind of year by year gotten more and more. Again, she looks amazing
Yeah,
no
she does.
matter
I
what.
definitely don't
But
take
like in this movie, it just kind of looked like she went through a wind tunnel. Just like, everything was very tight.
okay.
And they don't bring up her toe
Oh, her
thumbs.
thumbs. I forgot to look at her thumbs.
Wait,
She
have
did
real
some-
thumbs?
She does
She has, not to be mean, but she has toe thumbs.
Ew. I'm googling Megan Fox
Ew.
toe thumbs.
Not to be mean, but ew, no. She's got like club thumbs.
They're called
Oh, look at that.
toe thumbs.
Oh.
Look at it.
Clearly, it hasn't impacted her career. So it's,
So I'm popping Till Death. Last thing, Hayley mentioned it last week, so I'll just touch on this briefly. I started Kevin Can F Himself.
what do you think?
I really am enjoying it so far. Like, it's funny because when they go into the sitcom world, these are plot lines that you would absolutely expect to see from a sitcom. Like the first one's even that classic, like having the boss over for dinner
Mhm.
trope. But I mean, I definitely prefer it when it gets to the reality of what she's experiencing. Like that's when I prefer the show. But it's just so unique and interesting. And like, I want Kevin to die so bad.
You know, the season finale just aired, and I haven't watched it yet. But I've heard that there's a big twist.
Oh
Okay,
my
so this
gosh.
show is really about really making you feel like Kevin can go F himself.
Kevin can absolutely
I
go
mean,
F
it-
himself.
I mean-
What platform is this on?
It is on AMC.
Yeah.
So I've been watching it through my AMC app on my Roku.
There's too many.
The
I
show-
know, right?
The show starts essentially with the husband, or it's revealed that the husband has blown his their savings, their
Yep.
life savings, and didn't intend to ever tell his wife. And she was counting on that to essentially fix their marriage and their life, buy a new house, and kind of start over. And so when she realizes that she doesn't have that and that he's lied to her this whole time, it's the final straw, and she begins plotting his murder.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Too many subscriptions. I can't add
Yeah,
another one. I
it's-
counted. I have 9.
That's intense. I don't pay for AMC. At least I don't think I do.
No, it's free.
Okay, I was like, the money
It's
is
free.
going.
You can
from
pay for
somewhere.
you can pay for AMC Plus and then stream it a week. You stream every episode a week early.
I do get ads, in
Which I
mine.
actually kind of hate though, because the new season of The Walking Dead, which I know I'm the only one that still watches that, but the new season of The Walking Dead, everyone who pays for it's going to be able to watch it a week early. So I'm going to have to avoid spoilers like the plague.
So I
Right.
kind of like ads. I don't know.
It's like a nice bathroom break, kind of.
And I just feel like I'm not just watching a recording, and I feel like I'm still part of the
Ah.
world.
Mm.
It takes you back to like watching TV and
Appointment
cable back in the
television.
day, where it's like it's back, and you have to like book it from the bathroom.
Did you ever notice that the commercials were always like 5 volumes higher?
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Oh my God. It's
Always.
hard. So bad because we try to watch TV sometimes at night when the baby's sleeping because it's the only time we could ever watch TV. So every time when we're watching Hulu and there's an ad, we gotta mute the TV.
See,
or like
I
put it
wouldn't
down.
mind it if they didn't play the same like 3
Yeah,
commercials
just
every
That's true.
commercial
Yeah.
break,
Hulu
and it's
is known
always
for that.
like
Mhm.
try Activia, and then like something for
Get off my TV, Jamie Lee
for-
Curtis.
There's something
God.
for erectile dysfunction, and I'm like, how old do you think I am?
Mine's like, does your newborn baby need fresh diapers? And like, if I had one, probably. But thanks
got-
for the ad, Hulu.
No, yeah, they've actually got me with HelloFresh, and I canceled it.
He subscribed. So those are my pop it and drop it reviews for the week. I didn't drop anything. I'm popping it all, man.
All right. No,
Alan.
actually, I've been popping Harry Potter for the last week. I recently found out that Bree, my partner, she has never watched a single Harry Potter
Oh,
movie.
man.
Whoa.
Yeah, and there was like a whole fallout with my cousin who's in the Dominican Republic. He lives over there, and he's a Harry Potter fan, 100%. And then he was upset at her for never
He's
watching
like,
it.
never going to speak to her until she's
It
updated.
got pretty
How dare you.
serious. It got pretty serious.
So I wanted to touch on that as well because until last year, I had never seen Harry Potter.
What? Did you read the books or anything?
I wasn't allowed to. Sorry, my dad is here tonight, so we can.
I'm
all
sure he's a
scold him.
wonderful
Sorry,
guy.
Dad.
Yeah, it was actually my mom, but it was yeah, my mom always thought it was witchcraft.
Yeah.
and like
I
that.
mean, it is.
Same.
Yeah, I know, but yeah,
She thought it was like going to lead to actual witchcraft.
yeah. So I never cared, and then my now ex, she made me watch it last year, and I finally was like, I've never seen it, and she was so upset. Everyone's been so upset. Everyone's so upset that I own a game store.
Yeah.
I own a game store, and I just kind of I never really
Yeah,
cared.
that kind of doesn't make sense now. that you put that together.
Hey, man, it's
It's
hard to be on
okay.
top of every
It's
fandom.
true. It's
but
true.
now I love it.
No,
And
yeah. And the thing about Harry Potter, I feel like it gets better every movie.
Oh, it absolutely does.
We're on the third. We just finished Prisoner of Azkaban. That's the third one.
This
in
stuff's
Harry
about to get
Potter.
real depressing real
Mhm.
fast.
Yeah.
and remain that way
Yeah.
until the
So-
very end.
Peacock has it. They have the entire collection.
Nice.
And yeah, because I can't find it anywhere else. I guess there's like some sort of licensing, some sort of
Probably,
yeah.
rights behind it. So that's the only place I can find it where it's like it's part of the subscription. So we've just been watching it there, and yeah, as I mentioned, it just gets better.
Hmm. Has Brie taken her Pottermore house sorting quiz yet?
She did. What was it? She's Ravenclaw.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
What are you?
Oh, that's confusing. So the first time I ever did one was like after graduating high school, which was over 10 years ago. And that I got Gryffindor. And then,
Gryffindor.
then I did it again. And I got Hufflepuff through the Wizarding World one, I
Yeah.
guess the
Okay,
official
yeah.
one. And then I tried to like log back in and I forgot my like password and
So
stuff
you
or
had to
like
take
what
it
email I
again?
did. And then I got Gryffindor again. So I don't even know.
it's
You're
fully
Grifflepuff.
changed.
You're
I'm Griffle-
It
I
fully
like
changed
that.
in the past 6 months.
Did it really?
Yeah, if you try to go to Pottermore right now, it'll bring up a whole nother website.
Oh,
Wow.
interesting.
Really?
So you have to redo it, and it kind of throws everything off.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't logged in for a while.
I feel like the
because-
last one was mostly chance, anyways, because it's like
Yeah.
the woods, the mist, the stars. I'm like, what the crap do you want from me?
Well, now
Pick
they tell
something
you,
related to a house.
They tell you what kind of wand you get. They
Yeah.
tell
Oh,
you
yeah,
like
it is
your
cool.
like
What your
your,
Patronus
your
is.
pet
What are
is.
you?
I am a Slytherin.
Me too. What? I'm a Gryffindor / Slytherin, so I feel very connected to Harry because that was him.
Ooh.
He was a Slytherin, but wanted to be in Gryffindor, so that's where he ended up. And I'm kind of the opposite. I'm a Gryffindor who wants to be in Slytherin.
I like
so,
the Griffin Puff thing. I like that.
there you go.
I am unfortunately just the straight Hufflepuff.
Aw, that's
My
okay.
ex was actually was also named Bree. That's why I was like, what is this?
Surprise, we brought your ex.
And so she was Slytherin, and she was like, of course you're Hufflepuff. And I'm like, and tell me if you feel this way towards your partner now is, do you feel resentment that she gets to just binge the whole series all at once? Because they were so
We had to
Oh,
wait
yeah.
for them.
they
Yeah.
were so mad
Oh
at me
my
that they had
gosh.
to wait. They had to grow up with the
Yeah.
kids.
Oh, for sure.
And they were like calling me names because they were so mad that I got to literally binge the whole thing in a weekend. And they're like, F you.
Well,
Totally.
if it makes you feel any better, we do have a newborn. Well, he's not newborn anymore.
He's fresh. He's a fresh baby.
He's about to be 1, and we never actually finish a movie like
in
straight
one
through.
sitting.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
one sitting we don't.
Yeah.
And they're so long too.
They really
Yeah,
are.
we like split the movie in like 3 parts.
One of my favorite memories of my life was I was in London in college when the final book came out.
Oh, that's so
and
exciting.
I bought it at King's Cross Station.
What?
In the bookstore there. And I read it from the second we took off out of Heathrow. I opened the book and I closed the book, finishing it as we were descending into Sky Harbor.
Teardrop ran down her
No,
cheek.
many teardrops ran down my cheek. But I'll never forget that
That's
experience.
beautiful,
so,
man.
Yeah, I love Harry Potter.
No, yeah, it's cool. And just going to plug in, we do have limited edition t-shirts at popculturejunkie.com.
That's right. We
That's
do.
what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Harry Potter theme.
Harry Potter themed limited edition. Let me repeat, limited. That means
Limited.
they're not going to be available.
If you're a Potterhead, you got to get it now.
Yeah,
Be
right
honest.
now. So yeah, just visit us, popculturejunkie.com, and pick up the limited edition Harry Potter t-shirt.
Wait, Alex, is it limited edition?
Is it limited edition?
It is limited
Oh,
edition.
okay. All right. I just wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was limited edition.
Okay, just so I almost didn't know whether it was limited edition. All right, yeah, there
He's
is
like,
only-
wait, I said it
I
like
thought
6
it
times.
was.
It's just limited availability.
Going fast, selling like hotcakes.
But yeah, that's what I've been popping.
Nice.
And it takes a lot of time, so that's all I've been focusing on.
Popping, dropping.
Yeah.
And
The
walking it.
little bit of time I have at night, I spend watching TV. Like when I get home, it's something I just unwind at. 12, 14-hour days, really, just that's it. So I started rewatching with a friend of mine, one of my best friend that does YouTube breaks here. We started watching Warrior on HBO. Have you HBO Max? Have you guys ever seen that?
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds
Describe
cool.
it.
It
It's
has
not
the Asian actor from Snake Eyes, one of the lead actors from Snake Eyes.
Okay.
He is amazing. He is the biggest martial artist. It's actually, the show is produced by Bruce Lee Productions.
That's right. Okay, I've heard of this. My husband
Yes.
tried watching it and then kind of fell off, but it looked pretty cool.
This is
Yes.
Andrew Koji. Is that your name?
Yes. Yeah, he is amazing. And the show's just, it takes place in the 1875 San Francisco, like when America is just now coming up. They're bringing in a lot of import from China, and there's Chinatown being built.
Mhm.
So there's China gangs, and between them, the Irish and Americans. And so it's a big clash, and it's an amazing show where I'm rewatching it. So I'm definitely popping it because
Nice.
I usually don't like rewatching a lot of things other than my guilty pleasure, which is Big Bang Theory.
Oh, I love Big Bang
Yes.
Theory.
Okay. All right. I have
He
to.
said it with like a.
No, because you either love it or you hate it. Like there's no in between.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
like Big Bang Theory.
No,
Get
my husband and I were huge fans of Big Bang Theory, and we're super sad when it ended. And obviously, like I know, like people have whatever their feelings, and
I
it's-
literally
get
cried
it.
on the last episode,
Aw.
and that's actually the show I put to go to sleep to for the past I don't know how many years. And I think it's a bad thing to say, but I've literally probably seen that thing probably 16 times all the way through.
I mean, that's like me. Buffy the Vampire Slayer is that show for me.
And I got to fangirl last week. Kevin Sussman, who is Stuart from Big Bang Theory, actually liked Olympus Games page and then added me as a friend.
What? Shout out to Kevin Sussman.
Yes,
You're
Kevin
freaking
Sussman.
Cool, dude.
Come on the podcast.
We
Come
love you.
on the
Oh my gosh, that'd be
podcast.
so
Oh my
dope.
God, that would
I
be
would
so
freak out,
cool.
and then Preston would stop breathing.
Oh yeah, and I literally had to wait. I was like, okay, how long do I wait to message him? I feel like I was like the woman. I was like, how long do I wait? How long do I wait?
Right.
And
Should
so
he message me first?
yeah, I was like, should I wait 3 days?
I mean, I
So-
do that too.
It's like swiping right. Like what?
You
what
do
now?
that too with your long-term girlfriend?
Yeah, well,
Do
we
I
have.
text her back right now?
There's a
Or-
lot of stuff going on during that long time.
She's like, I literally just want to know what we're having for dinner tonight, Alex. He's like, do I respond? Do I wait?
I love when like someone likes a tweet of mine or something, and then it's like all I
Dude.
can think about that day is I'm like, Dylan McDermott saw a thing that I wrote on the internet and then
Yeah.
liked it, and I feel like the coolest person in the world, and he has no idea who I am.
I feel like me and Rahul Kohli are best friends now because he like, man, he was doing some live Q&A thing and I asked him a legitimate question in the live Q&A And then somebody asked him a dirty question, like, have you ever had a threesome? And he's like, no, I haven't. And I posted in the chat, I volunteer as tribute. And of course, that's what he reads out. And he's like, oh, you volunteer as tribute? And I was like, shh. And I slid into his DMs and I was like, I wasn't trying to be perfy. I actually wanted to ask you legit questions. He's like, okay, well, go ahead and ask me. And so me and Rahul basically dating.
That's awesome.
Things are getting kind of
You
serious.
said Warrior, right? And that's, you said just turn on, it's on the network?
HBO Max.
Okay.
So yeah, that's one of them. And then this kind of goes into the anime side of things.
What are you watching in anime? Yeah.
I started watching Naruto Shippuden or Shippuden.
Shippuden.
Yes.
You liking it so far?
I watched 30 episodes last night.
So yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I was up until
Last
5 this
night.
morning.
There's only, I was going to say, there's
No
only so
sleep.
many hours.
Only Naruto.
Yeah. That's what I was like, this is bad. Like, yeah, it was bad. I watched the whole original Naruto that
Oh my
everyone said I
gosh.
should have just skipped a whole,
It just got straight to Shippuden. Yeah.
but I was a warrior. And so
I see what you did there.
But
So are you like, when it comes to anime, right?
I know it's coming.
Do you skip the fillers or do you watch the filler episodes? Or does it depend on the anime?
I have watched every filler episode because I don't think I could retain the
Yeah.
information. I thought you were going to ask me and put me on blast that am I a sub watcher or a dub
Well, you
watcher?
just asked yourself.
I know.
Okay. I feel like I went off on this last week on the
Yeah, yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay. I am either way, I don't judge. I am
She's
a
lying.
sub watcher, except for Yu Yu Hakusho. I watch in English, and I watch all Dragon Ball properties in English because I love Chris Sabat. And
Were you here when we had him?
No, I met him at con though, and I was dressed as Bulma. Me and all my girlfriends were all dressed as different like generations of Bulma, and he got out of the chair and was like, "Oh my gosh, Bulmas!" He went, "My Bulmas!"
So funny.
And he like took a picture with us, and then he posted it on his Instagram.
That's really cool.
It was sick. Yeah.
Yeah, no, judgment here.
Okay.
I
okay.
only started watching anime probably 3.5 years ago.
Okay. All right.
So I am not one to read and try to watch. I've now tried to learn how to do it. The first show that actually made me go into sub was Hayuku, the
Okay.
volleyball anime.
Oh.
So the first 2 seasons were English and dubbed, and then all of a sudden I was like, I want more. And they're like, it's only subbed, and I was like, crap.
Guess I'll give it a try.
I give it a try. So that, and also Food Wars.
Oh my god, I love Food Wars.
If you've never watched Food Wars,
Food Wars
be
is
prepared.
the most absurd show I've ever seen, and it's amazing. So it's like
'Cause it's really good, like really good dishes. Actually,
Yeah. the dishes look amazing. Anime food just hits different.
yeah.
Like it just everything in anime, the food just
I
looks
would
so
wrap my
bomb.
car in anime food.
Oh my god, I'm gonna wrap my Tesla in anime pot like ramen. But Food Wars, it's like they're all at this like culinary school, and it's all these teenagers, right? And they're all very well endowed, ripped out of their minds teenagers. But that's anime.
Wait, what?
If you're in anime, you're like, I'm 15, boing, and then they're like
Yeah.
triple D's.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, not that you can't be 15 with triple D's. Anyway.
You're just normal. You're not.
Anyway. With those hormones in those milk, I don't know. Anyway.
Anyway.
What was I
This is why I
talking about
never
before I
watched
talked about
anime.
boobs? Actually, Food Wars is like anytime they eat something that's really tasty, they all burst out of their clothes and basically orgasm.
What?
Yeah.
The very first episode will get you either you're gonna turn that off immediately,
Yeah.
or you're gonna be like, I want to see where this goes.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
No one actually.
Every time we
has
talk about
sex in
anime on this show, I'm like, what in the hell are you guys watching? Every time. None of it makes any sense.
What's your like top anime? Like, I know that's difficult, or at least top 2.
My Hero Academia.
Yes, that's my.
Oh my gosh, he's been
favorite.
watching that. I've been
Yeah.
trying to get on it, but I got confused with platforms. Crackle and
Mhm,
Crunchyroll are not the same thing, guys.
No, they are not.
Yeah. So we actually have one of the voice actors coming to do a D&D one shot, and he wants to do a podcast. So
What?
he
I want to
is-
join a D&D one shot
it's
with the voice actor from My Hero
Lemillion.
Academia.
It is Lemillion. He's amazing. So My Hero Academia and That's a hard one. I mean, I've seen some really older animes as well that I
Yeah.
liked. Like, I really liked Nana, which was like a 90s punk rock girl band.
What?
Like,
Okay, I need to watch this immediately. That
Preston's
sounds
more
amazing.
Shauna than Shauna.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
I know, right?
He just needs to make a penis joke, and then it's just I can be replaced. It's fine.
so, but of course, everything that's out right now, Jujutsu Kaisen is probably
I love Jujutsu
amazing.
Kaisen.
And I still haven't seen the Demon Slayer movie.
Oh, it's good. I just watched it. I should have had that in a Pop It or Drop It review. I watched it like 2 weeks ago or
Really?
so. Yeah, and it was good. It's
Pop
really
it?
good. I popped it. It definitely sets up for the next arc, I think.
That's good.
So, yeah.
So I think that's, I don't know, it's really hard to bring down to animes currently. It's a lot.
I know there's so many good ones.
Yeah.
So let's move on to some pop culture news, guys.
Rapid fire pop culture news.
Let's just go around and just spit them out, y'all.
I will jump in with Olympics news. So Jagger Eaton from Mesa, Arizona won the bronze in men's skateboarding. And that was super cool because, hello, local. And also he skates with AirPods in his ears, which was really weird.
Sick. I wonder what he's listening to.
Yeah, it was cool.
Pop Culture Junkie podcast, obviously.
Obviously. Yeah. Probably.
Wait, where?
But yeah, so he won bronze. And then the Philippines won their first ever gold medal in any event,
wow.
any sport ever. They've never
was
won a
it?
gold medal. And it was in women's weightlifting.
Nice.
Ooh.
So that
That's
was
sick.
super cool. And then obviously the news about Simone Biles taking a step back, prioritizing her mental health and just setting a shining example for women and athletes and Americans, everywhere. So obviously cheering her on
Yes.
and the rest of the girl.
I think the Olympus Games, little tidbit about the Olympics right now. How about all the anime intros to all of these? Have you seen
have
this?
there been? I haven't, but I
Oh
know. I
my
mean, it's in
gosh, there's
Japan,
been-
so it makes sense.
There's been all these overlays and anime intro songs. So Hayuku for volleyball. There's been Naruto. They've been dressing up,
What?
and there's been so much influence of anime into the Olympics that have kind of slipped on the radar. We've shared it a few times on our stories.
I'm
That's
gonna
cool.
have to go watch that. That
Yeah.
sounds really
Yeah.
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, Nicole isn't here to give Kardashian news, but I am here to give Kanye West news.
You are.
And as you may know from our last conversation, Kanye West released he's had a listening party in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Mercedes-Benz Stadium, is that what it's called?
Arena or something.
Arena.
Close enough.
Yeah, well, he had his listening session in Atlanta, and everybody was so excited to listen to it on their own after it dropped, but it didn't happen. So he's apparently been stuck at this Mercedes-Benz Stadium arena and finishing up the album. It's rumored that it's going to be released August 6th, and it's also rumored that it's been costing him $1 million a day.
Oh my
Damn.
gosh.
I mean, he has his own professional chef there. I'm sure he has his team there, all the equipment that they brought in.
It's crazy.
I can see how. I mean, and it's also Kanye and very Kanye fashion.
Yeah, that is the most Kanye thing I've
Yeah.
ever heard.
Yeah. So, I mean, he was so inspired by the listening party, which I think nobody has ever done before. There were streaming records that were achieved for Apple Music during that event, the 22nd. And, he had people there, thousands. I watched it through Apple Music, through their live stream, and it was just amazing. So I'm excited for August 6th. Hopefully it does come out and that he's not continuing to stay there to work on it. I just need it already in my life. I need it.
He's got a hankering,
I need
Kanye.
it.
Don't
I
let a
do.
boy
I love
down.
Kanye.
I need it. Okay. My pop culture news is that a new live action Pokemon series is in early development at Netflix. It is going to be from Joe Henderson, who right now is executive producer on Lucifer. So that's kind of an interesting, Lucifer to Pokemon.
Is it like the take on Detective Pikachu?
So it looks like it's going to, they haven't talked about the plot at all, but it's going to kind of look like Detective Pikachu. And so
Kind of scares me a little bit.
yeah, I mean, I loved Detective Pikachu,
Yeah,
and
I
I thought
enjoyed
that
it
the
too.
graphics were amazing.
I mean, I will say as someone who doesn't like anime and knows nothing about any of that and collected 6 Pokemon cards throughout the entirety of my life, I really like Detective Pikachu. And I knew nothing about it. So
adorable. And I feel like a Detective Pikachu is probably a good intro for people who Like you were like, I don't know, what is this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, they're cute. All right.
Give me Ryan Reynolds and a cute little fluffy yellow thing.
There you go. So yeah, that should be interesting to witness whenever that comes out. And that does it for your extremely fast rundown of pop culture news. All right, so I think that about does it for poppin' and culturing and junkieing this week. So, Hayley, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at 30 Nerdy Thriving and on Twitter at 30 Nerdy Pop.
And Alec?
At ALCASNUN on Instagram and Twitter.
You can find me, Shauna Trinidad, on Instagram and Twitter at Shauna Trinidad, SHAUNATRINIDAD. And thank you so much again, Preston, for joining us. You were a pleasure to have on the show. And
Thank you.
being here every week is an amazing experience. So where can the people find you?
So everyone can find us at Olympus Games AZ, or even just go to Facebook and it's just going to be Olympus Games. And then also to kind of promote our new anime con in cars, it will be www.bemysecret.net. You can register there and you can buy tickets. We'll have promo codes soon and we hope to see you guys there.
Yes.
Awesome.
Very cool. And you can find the Pop Culture Junkies at popculturejunkie.com. You can find us on Twitter at popjunkies, Instagram at pop.culturejunkies. Please make sure to go to our website, buy our merch. As we mentioned, we got that super limited edition Harry Potter themed t-shirt out now. We have some really cute and funny teas coming soon. Please, please, please like, download, subscribe, review anywhere that podcasts are sold. And make sure you come back next week for another hit of pop culture.
Pop Culture Junkie is a production of Pop Culture Entertainment Group. All rights reserved.